So good morning, I am Ma.Reynoza from BS Ed 2A, and here is my teaching demonstration with the topic of figures of speech that focuses on similes and metaphor. Okay, so everybody stand. Angelica, can you lead us in prayer? Amen. Good morning, class. Again, good morning. Okay, so before you take your seats, kindly pick up the trashes and papers under your chairs. Arrange your chairs properly and organize yourself, please. Okay, so now you may take your seats. Let me check first your attendance. Is there anyone who's absent today? Okay, none. So everybody is present. Very good, class. So let me talk about our classroom rules during our discussion, okay? So first, I want you to participate actively during our discussion. I want you to respect everyone, okay? Respect me as your teacher and respect all of your classmates. If anyone is talking and answering, you should keep quiet, okay? You may raise your hand if you want to answer. Okay, and third one, I want you to turn off your phone. So no phones during our classroom discussion. And you should follow my instructions. Is that clear? Are we clear? Okay, so is there any question? You want to add something or remove something from our classroom rules? Okay, none. So very good, class. Okay, so are you ready to learn another new lesson for today? Okay, you must be. Okay, you should be. So before we move to another lesson, let us first have a recap about what we have discussed last meeting. Okay, so I have here a stickers, and what you're going to do is you're going to pick one, okay? Okay, please open your emojis. Okay, so who among you pick up the happy emoji? Raise your hand. Okay, so what about the sad emoji? Raise your hand. Okay, very good. So to those who pick up the happy image, congratulations. You are exempted from our recitation this morning. And to those who pick up the sad image, congratulations also because you're going to have your recitation from our discussion last meeting. Okay, to those who pick up the sad emoji, please stand up. Okay, so Maru, what is our topic or what is our lesson last meeting? Okay, very good. It's all about the subject-verb agreement. Very good. Okay, yes, Joe first. What are the rules when it comes to subject-verb agreement? Okay, very good. So when the noun or when the subject is singular, the verb will be singular. But when the noun is plural, verb will also be plural. Very good. You indeed listened and learned from our discussion last meeting. Big hand, class. Big hand. Okay, class. So before our discussion, I have an activity first. So it is entitled Sing the Song. Okay, so I have prepared a spin the wheel. So it is a wheel of fate. So all of your names are included and we will spin it. So whoever's name is flashed on our TV, he or she will have the opportunity to choose a box. So inside the box, there is a lyric of a song. And what he or she is going to do is they're going to sing the song, okay? But take note, you're going to sing the song with emotions. Okay? Are we clear? Are you excited? Did you enjoy our first activity this morning, class? Okay. You are all really talented, okay? You show up your talents this morning. You are all really a great singer. What have you noticed about the lyrics of the songs? Okay, yes, Maria. What have you noticed? Okay, very good, Maria. It is using like to compare two things. Okay, class, do you have any idea about what we are going to discuss this morning? Yes, Althea. Okay, very good. Figures of speech. Okay, so what are those figures of speech? Yes, you may raise your hand if you want to answer. Okay, very good. Onomatopoeia. What else? Personification. What else? What can you remember? Okay, simile, metaphor. Very good, class. But this morning, okay, so we will just be focusing on simile and metaphor. So, before our discussion, I want to show you our objectives. So, can everyone read it with me? Okay, so at the end of the lesson, here is our 3 objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students will be, first, define simile and metaphor. Second one, students will be able to differentiate simile and metaphor. The third one, students will be able to write their own similes and metaphors. Okay, so these objectives will be our guide throughout our discussion. Okay, are you ready now to listen? Okay, so very good. I will be proceeding to our discussion. So, what are figures of speech? So, figures of speech are literary devices that use language in a non-literal way to create a more vivid, expressive, and impactful effect. So, they go beyond the literary meaning of words to convey deeper meanings, to evoke emotions, and enhance the reader's or listener's experience. Okay? So we have here similes. So in similes, we are comparing two concepts using like or as. Just like the lyric of the song earlier. Like a small boat on the ocean. Right? So we are comparing two things using like or as. Similes, it is more obvious because the word like or as breaks apart the sentence. Okay? Again, what is similes? It is comparison of two things using like or as. Very good, class. So, I have here an example. The day was as hot as the sun. He could swim like a fish. So, his ability to swim is compared to the ability of a fish. It just means that he is really, really good at swimming. Okay? Are you good at swimming? Okay. So, can you give another example? Yes, Rochelle. Okay, so very good, Rochelle. So, what about metaphor? So, in metaphor, we are comparing two things without like or as. So, it is unlike similes. No, it is obvious. The comparison is obvious. But when in metaphor, it's not, because it's not using the word like or as. Rather, it is directly comparing two things. It is directly stating that something is other thing. Is the other thing. Okay? So, in metaphor, we are using the words like is, are, were, and was. So again, in simile, we are using like or as to compare two things or two concepts. In metaphor, we are not using. Rather, we use the words is, are, were, was to directly compare one thing to another thing. So it is directly stating that one thing is another thing. Okay, so just like an example here, the stars were diamonds in the sky. It doesn't state that the stars were like diamonds in the sky. So it is simile, right? But when in metaphor, we're not using like or as. The stars were diamonds in the sky. Okay, is it understood? Are we clear? Again, what are the difference between the simile and metaphor? Yes, Alexa. Okay, very good. So, is there any question from our discussion, from our topic? Okay, are you ready now to take another activity? We'll be proceeding to our next activity entitled Figure It Out. Okay? So if you did listen carefully, then you can answer this. So I have here poems entitled True Friend by Ashley Campbell and Love Is by Jessica. So what are you going to do is you're going to read this aloud, everybody. And then after this, you're going to front to underline. To underline the similes and metaphors. And we're going to have questions to reflect on this poem, to analyze the comparisons that we have here. Okay, is that clear? Okay, everybody, eyes on the board. Everyone read. Okay, so very good. So you did underline all of the similes and metaphors that we have here. So the first one, a friend is like a star. A friend is like a gold. A friend is like an angel. Love is a walk in the rain at night. Metaphor, right? Love is a honey on pair of lips. And now differentiate the similes from metaphor. Okay, so very good. So I have here a question. Why do you think the author compares a friend to a star or to a gold? Okay, yes, Angelica. Okay, so very good. A friend is like a gold. Yeah, because we should treasure our friends, right? And we should take care of them forever, okay? So, a friend is like a star because they serve as our guide, right? Do you have your friend? Okay, do you love your friends? Okay, so another one. Can you think of a simple or everyday moment that you feel loved? Okay. So it's nice to hear, guys, all of your answers. So it's very, very touching. Okay. Another activity, it is entitled Act It Out. So guys, you will be divided into two groups. And each group will pick a cards, okay, that have similes and metaphors. And each group will choose a representative who will pick a card and also act out the simile or metaphor without speaking. Okay, so the rest of the members, what you're going to do is you will guess what the simile or metaphor is. Okay, are you excited? Okay, very good. Okay guys, so we all did have a lot of fun during our activity. But now we will have a practice exercise, okay? You are doing it individually. So what are you going to do is you will going to read each sentence carefully and you will identify if the sentence contains a simile or metaphor and write your answers on your paper. Get your papers now. Okay, so are you all finished? Okay, pass your papers now. Okay, very good class. Most of you got a perfect score. Very good. Big hand class, big hand. Okay, so are you still with me? Are you still with me? Okay, so I want you to stand up, everybody. Okay, so our activity is my metaphorical self. Okay, so I want you to stand up and think about something that you could compare to yourself, and you are going to share it with us. Of course, you will explain why did you compare yourself to that thing. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so thank you so much guys for your participation. And another activity will be compare and contrast. So we have a Venn diagram, and as a group, okay, this will be a group activity so that you can collaborate with your classmates. Okay, this will be the group 1 and this will be the group 2 and group 3. So you have a Venn diagram and you will write the similarities and differences of simile and metaphor. So it's just so easy, right? Okay, so very good. So now, let's have our last activity. So it is entitled Convert the Figures. I have here a 5 sentences. It is that contains similes and metaphor, and you're just going to convert, okay, vice versa, from simile to metaphor and from metaphor to simile. Okay, so are we clear? Is there any questions? Okay, so pass your papers, class. Okay, class, for your assignment, I want you to write a poem, of course, containing similes and metaphors with a minimum of 3 stanza. Okay, the minimum is 3 stanza. Okay, so is there any question for your assignment? Okay, so I hope that you learned something this morning, and thank you so much for your participation. Okay, so everybody stand. Okay, so that's all for today. Goodbye, class.